Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Malone. If you're new here, I'm interested in the business of healthcare, the business of property, and the business of changing my life. Today we're going to be talking about investing. Investing is something that you hear a lot about in your 20s, like, oh my god, you need to invest, you need to invest, you need to invest. But unfortunately, in this conversation of investing, you never really go past that. Everyone just tells you to invest, but nobody tells you how to actually invest. In this video today, I'm going to be talking about different investments that I've made in my 20s to ensure that I'm on the journey to building wealth, improving myself as I get older. Just as a disclaimer, as a heads up, this is not financial advice. I'm not going to be telling you to invest in various assets. I'm just going to be telling you about different investments I've made in myself. So let's get straight into it. The first and probably one of my favorite investments that I've made into myself over the past few years and months has been focusing on the who, not the how. This sounds so simple. If you want to do something, there is people who have already done the things that you want to do out there. Instead of you cracking your head to try and figure out all the answers like nobody's ever done it, you just need to figure out who is the person that has done this, who is the person that has faced a similar problem in the past, and essentially finding any way to be in the room with them. So one of the ways that you can essentially focus on the who is simply meeting the people who are doing the thing that you want to do. This can be reaching out to someone on Instagram and asking, hey, I find what you do really cool. I'd love if we could grab a coffee. I have these specific questions to ask and I'd just love to find out. And you'll be surprised that most people actually like to teach people things that they know. Of course, on one hand, it is an ego stroker because it makes you feel good about you know something. And on the other hand, you feel like you're giving back to the world when you're giving that information out. The other thing which I've done to invest in myself is by joining mastermind groups. So I'm in a property mastermind group, and essentially we meet up every single week to discuss different property deals, different challenges that people are having in the property space. And the level of learning that I've had in that group is, I can't even quantify it, because it's the very simple things that you have problems with which you're able to ask a question. And it's also seeing the mindset shifts that people in the group have had over the period of time that I've been in the group to be able to deal with problems. A lot of the time, doing hard things, of course, is hard, and a lot of the game is mental. So when you're surrounding yourself with people who are doing it, you can see that this is how so and so was able to overcome that problem, and this is exactly what I need to know along the way. So the best investment I would say you need to make in your 20s is focusing on the who. Find the people who are doing the thing that you want to do and do whatever you can to be around them. The second investment that I've made in my 20s is knowledge. I used to be so insecure about my knowledge about various things, like for instance, my knowledge about marketing, my knowledge about business, my knowledge about just various operations in the world, my knowledge about healthcare. And essentially in 2019, I just made the decision I'm going to go on Amazon and type in every single topic that I feel very insecure about and just find the books and read as many books as I possibly could. Of course, one thing I came to learn is that a lot of these books, especially self-help books, are just regurgitating the same thing. But only through reading all of those books did I start to realize that actually all of these books are saying the same thing, and that's the thing that I need to focus on. I think a lot of the time, especially in the modern world, we neglect books and the value that they give. For as little as £10, you can learn the craziest concepts. You can learn medicine. You can learn literally how to treat people with a £10 book on Amazon. Of course, there is a practical aspect to it, and it's not that simple, but I hope you get what I mean. In terms of book recommendations, probably one of my favorite books that I've read is Atomic Habits. I know this sounds very generic, but Atomic Habits allow me to see that anything big worth pursuing always starts small. And one mantra that I always live my life by since reading Atomic Habits is never to skip 2 days. As much as life gets busy, the noise of life gets loud, I've always said that if I'm pursuing a goal, consistency is the way forward. It doesn't matter if I do 1%, but as long as we are pushing that every single day, it allows me to be in a position where consistency compounds. The other books which I've enjoyed along my time is Nike's Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. 50 Cent's book, I forgot the name, but it's a gold cover. I think 50 Cent's book was absolutely amazing for me. One, because I'm a 50 Cent fan, and two, because the audiobook is actually read by 50 Cent. So it feels like listening to Get Rich or Die Trying, but in serious terms and in books. The third investment that I'm making in my 20s, which I think will probably yield me the highest return on investment, is focusing on my health. I'm training to be a doctor, and we see in hospital, I deal with people who are not in good health. And a lot of the time, if you speak to those people and not in good health, they would trade whatever they have just to be back in good health again. And in 2021, I tore my Achilles and I wasn't able to walk for the best part of 9 months. And it really made me see that I was taking my health for granted. So the ways that I'm investing in my health is just by going to the gym, staying active and maintaining a good diet. Because health essentially is a lagging indicator. The health decisions that you make today, you are not going to see the results of them maybe for 20, 30, 40 years. However, they are going to come. And in our 20s, it's very easy to assume that, yeah, I'm invincible. I don't need to worry about those things because they're going to never catch up with me. But if I am a person who is committed to building wealth, if I'm a person who's committed to building an empire like I want to build, featuring all of the hospitals and all of the amazing things that I want to do, none of that's possible without the foundation of my health. So to me, it's so important that I wake up every day and I make sure that the diet that I'm having is good. I make sure that I'm able to consume enough water every single day. And I make sure that I'm going to the gym. At the moment, I go to the gym about 5 times because I am trying to give Michael B. Jordan a run for his money. But just maintaining a regular habit of whatever works for you is essential in your 20s. If there is any other investments that you're making in your 20s that I've missed in this video, please comment down below. I'd love to know what investments that everybody's making. Of course, this video I didn't talk about financial investments, and maybe I'll make another video in the future which specifically dives into financial investment. But I'm a big believer of your 20s is probably the best time to get started on your investment journey. And this is simply because you don't know any better. These are the formative years of your adulthood. Essentially, you can go out there and make as many mistakes as possible, and there is still time to correct those mistakes. So I would love to hear more about your investments and the investments that you're making. Just let me know down below in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on another video.